Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous superstar Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2022. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. It is going to be this month that may very well stand out to you for all that could change now. I would even say, and I don't say this lightly, this may just end up being one of the most important months of the year for the Aquarians out there. And it starts right out of the gate. On the first of the month, we are going to have this month's new moon. And it's happening in your sign. But it isn't just a new moon that represents a new cycle, a sense of your own personal new year. But the way in which we've got key power players interacting with this new moon is notable. I'm going to invite you to think back, 2021, not that long ago. The main or one of the most important celestial conversations that was taking place was between Saturn and Uranus, your modern and ancient ruling planets. Saturn, your ancient ruling planet, was square, which is a conversation of tension and frustration, your modern ruling planet, Uranus. And that does suggest that it was as if these older parts of you were striving to understand, but also wanting to evolve. There was a part of you that was looking to understand where you are going to find your structure. What are the things that make you feel steady, but also feeling as if you want things to be different. You want to break free. This ongoing dance defined much of 2021, but also made 2021 stand out for most Aquarians out there for how much might have changed. Well, it is this new moon that is activating the Saturn-Uranus square, but it's a little bit different because this year of 2022, Saturn and Uranus won't exactly connect in conversation, but there are going to be several moments of activation nonetheless when these two planets are close to it and then something else comes along and activates the whole thing, as is the case now. This new moon is hand in hand with Saturn in the sky, and it is square Uranus. It is bringing that much more emotion, that much more determination for a fresh start. I think a lot of Aquarians out there may surprise themselves by what it is they are willing to change, what it is that's no longer acceptable to them, what it is that is not working for them. Many Aquarians may find themselves just downright shocked at how it is they're willing to really person, place, thing, or situation. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid, going in a whole other direction, and in some cases rather dramatically so. Once you know your truth, it's very hard to deny it. But there's something else happening that I think is going to temper some of this energy. I think a lot of this is going to be personal realization as to who you are and who you are not. What matters to you most, what matters to you first. A new moon in an area of life that has to do with identity, well, that is going to stir you very deeply. Ask you whether or not you are living in alignment with that sense of an evolved, respectful understanding of self or not. And ask you to live in alignment with it, to live your truth that much more fully. But this energy does redefine you in key ways. This ends up being a powerful time. I think all Aquarians out there are going to feel not just fresh energy, but antsy, downright antsy, to start fresh, to be free, to feel more like you than you might have felt in a while. Now, as we navigate further, it is going to be on the 16th of the month that we will have this month's full moon. And this full moon is taking place in your opposite sign. It is going to bring a one-on-one alliance into focus in a powerful way. Now, there are many Aquarians out there who are going to experience this in alignment with business partnerships and professional alliances. But this could speak to love as well. In fact, for most Aquarians, it'll speak to love, though I'll talk about that in just a little bit. And so this full moon is distinct for a few reasons. One is the fact that it is going to quincunx Pluto. So this is a type of conversation that can feel like a surprise. It can feel like you've got to tap into this energy and it comes on strong, but you can also find quick resolution. In the case of Pluto, it's an energy of intensity, an energy of transformation. And for some Aquarians out there, I have to say, this could be burning a bridge of some kind with someone who's a partner, professional or personal. But here's the other thing that's taking place, and that is the nodes are squaring this full moon almost exactly. And the nodes are different than the planets. So the planets speak to what we want, why we want it, how we go about getting it. But it is the nodes that reflect the higher soul desire that we may have, which isn't always conscious. And sometimes the two get along, right? Sometimes what you want and what the soul wants, it seems to work in harmony. Other times, not so much. You may want something, but there's a deeper instinct. And if you are in tune, if you're used to paying attention, you can hear it, you can feel it. But that deeper instinct is telling you something different. And so, as is the case with this full moon, change is afoot. The North Node is at the foundation of your chart. The South Node is at the top of your chart. Career and home and how that speaks to what is taking place for you, where it comes to partners in your life, well, all of that is going to stir for you now. This is either going to bring a greater depth of honesty and bonding and a greater sense of shared prosperity or not. In some ways, this full moon is very all or nothing about who stays and who goes in your life. And whomever it is that needs to come or go, remember, because the nodes are involved, this is a powerfully karmic time. Whether that means strengthening karmic bonds or whether that means closing karmic ties and ending karmic chapters, it's ultimately all part of you tapping into some truth about yourself that you understand and that you feel determined to live. Now, where it comes to matters of love, what a powerful time this can be. In the context of love, that full moon really says it all. I mean, I know that we've got powerful activations of Venus with Venus retrograde season. And in particular, the day that the full moon occurs, we've also got a major turning point as part of Venus retrograde season with Venus meeting Mars in the sky. And so the fact that all of this is happening together, I think, is very powerful. It speaks to a sense of not just what's changing externally with another person, but something that you can feel deep within, a shift that you can feel. Given that this Venus retrograde season is taking place in a part of the sky that has to do with closing karmic ties, ending karmic chapters, the full moon is square the nodes as well. Well, it does look like either you're coming to a new understanding that allows a sense of a fresh start, or you are deciding that a certain pathway you've been on is not the path for you and you're going in a different direction. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, this can be a very powerful time when we have such strong energy in your opposite sign, like a full moon, and especially a full moon like this, with all the aspects it's making. Someone is there to help you to understand where you are in love and why and how you feel about it. And so I do think some truth about how you feel about where you are in love, about what you're hoping for, what you're wanting, all of that is going to be stirred now. But this can end up being tremendously valuable to you. Whether or not things practically move forward with someone new that you meet, a lot of very powerful love-related lessons are coming together under that light of that full moon that absolutely open you to greater love than you've known before. For those of you just starting to date somebody, what a powerful time this can be as well. In the context of getting to know somebody, this is a time of truth. If you're dating somebody, I feel like this full moon is all or nothing, without a doubt. Either you're all in or you're really not. There could be a lot of intensity as part of the moment that shows you the truth of the situation. And it may be that you have mixed feelings or you're not necessarily certain, but on a soul level, you know. And so I would ask you to just stop and try to feel that or listen to that, because your answers are going to be uniquely your own. They're not about anybody else. It's about you and what you know is right for you at this time in your life. And if it is that this is the person with whom you are meant to learn powerful soul lessons with, the bond will continue. But if it is the case that that isn't the case, well, at this full moon, you seem ready to go in a different direction. And for those of you in an established bond, I feel like this is a powerful turning point moment for you of one kind or another. Now, the overwhelming majority of Aquarians out there are going to find this a time that is intense within your established bond, but there's a depth of commitment, a knowing, if even an intuitive knowing, that the two of you are meant to share your soul journeys at this time in your life. But there is a small percentage of Aquarians out there where if you know you are not in the right relationship for you, it is going to be this full moon that can be the energy that helps you to make a change, that helps you to understand which way it is now that you're meant to go, and perhaps in a different direction. It is also possible with this that this energy brings with it the closure that is needed to a long-term relationship. And that closure just may be within yourself, but valuable nonetheless. What I love about this month for you, there is so much here. It's a powerful time. I am going to say the new moon in your sign. I don't think it's an easy energy, but there is something very honest about what is taking place then. Now, I do also want to add, that new moon is happening with Mercury stationing. And on the 3rd of the month, Mercury will go direct. Now, once Mercury goes direct, he will re-enter your sign in the middle of the month while still in shadow, and will be in shadow until we move to the later days of the month. And so in some ways, a lot of this month is about wrapping up loose ends, especially related to January and earlier. However, once Mercury goes direct on the 3rd, all major planets will be direct. This is going to be very powerful for you, a real sense of forward momentum. And all of us are going to be feeling that change is very much with us. Now, for you uniquely, I do want to add, I just want to give you a little bit of a heads up. Next month is set to be massive for you. It is going to be next month that we are going to have a conjunction of Venus and Mars at 0 degrees of Aquarius. This very beginning of your sign was an incredibly important point back in 2020, with Saturn meeting Mars in the sky at the end of March, and with the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn in the middle of December. Now, this point being activated with 2 planets, once again, I think is going to be a turning point for you in all kinds of ways. In terms of your power, in terms of your energy, in terms of love, all of that. Now, I'm going to have more to say about that, but I did want to just give you a little bit of a heads up, because whatever may be happening in love or life, with a month like this, for some Aquarians, it may feel like a bit of a roller coaster, but you will find your way forward. And there truly is a powerful beginning of heart and energy and drive meeting right around the corner. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. At NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, you get expanded exclusive video scopes each and every week for each and every sign. Now, higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.